have one more we're going to bring on. Hopefully, you guys can all stay on this. Shereese, who's been with us for a while now. She was just private messaging me that she's got a testimony she would love to share about her 14-year-old daughter. So, Shereese, if you would like to unmute yourself and come on and share, that would be wonderful.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me, Guy?
Yes, we got you.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, real quick. This is my now 14-year-old daughter. Thanks, honey. When we
I love it.
She was 12 when we started on Swish, and she was diagnosed with severe asthma at 6 months old. And those 12 years, she's been progressively worse and chronic and worse. And they had just added medications after medications. We have times where principals and teachers would come to visit her at the hospital. She's missed so many days of school over the period of her like being in school and stuff like that. And then we found Swish. At the time she started taking Swish, she was on 8 different medications over in about a 9 to 10 year period. She had been on them mandatorily. And the doctor, just a couple of months before that, begged me not to take off of it. Begged me, do not take her off of these medications. They tried to take her off of the one nighttime one. And in 2 days, she was back in the ER with a full on asthma attack. And I was like, okay, I have to trust in something other than all these medications. Like, we can't do this. She was 6 years old and knew all the names of her medications. She knew the times and everything. And it was just too much, right? And as a mom, we've been through countless times where I was petrified, running and rushing her to the ER and not knowing, quite honestly, if she would survive. Yeah. And she started Swish 2 years ago. Within 30 days, I was able to take her off of all 8 of her medications.
In
Although
30
just 2
days,
months
did you say?
before,
Did you say
in
in 30
30
days?
days, within 30 days, I had taken her off one by one by one. And I say it is going on 3 years now. The only time that we've had an issue is there was one winter where here in Florida it got to be about 30 degrees and we did not have the Swish. I had just started and I didn't have the ability to get it, and she was not on it. And those months she had an asthma attack in October, one in November, and one in December. And then she got back on the Swish, and it's been about a year and a half now, almost 2 years that she's been consistently on Swish. And we can miss now and then how a day or two, but I'm looking at my daughter who could not ride a bicycle, who just could not be outside in the elements. Like, she couldn't step outside. If it was cold outside and she stepped from the inside warm floor to the cold outside floor, she was in a full-on asthma attack in a couple of days. She got sick, fully sick. And now, and she was not functional. Her lungs were not functioning properly. And now I'm looking at her. She's now started high school and she's played in the band for the last 3 years. She's played the saxophone, she's played the clarinet. And every single time I see her like marching in the high school band now, every time I see her like blowing, like, I'm like, this is a girl who literally could not hold a breath. She's never been into sports but thank you to Swish that she's come such a long way. Like, I have chills right now. I get very emotional when I talk about it because there was a time not too long ago where there's nothing I could do, and so that's where she is. And for me, well, I should have said this earlier. I am a 20-year old mouth breather.
Oh,
My
really?
allergies were so bad that, yeah, my lips were always hanging out. I always have tissues all around. I'm the person I can't have a conversation with you without pulling tissues out and just using myself to wipe. I'm eating now. That's why I haven't happened. But but within 24 hours of taking Swish, I was just like, I woke up one day, I was like, wait, my nose works. And so that's my simple little testimony and my huge testimony of my 14-year-old. And it's been 2 years, going on 3, and 8 medications gone. So thank you. That's my testimony.
Wow, that is just so powerful. Thank you so much, Shereese, for reaching out and wanting to share your testimony.